All right, all right, all right. Welcome once again to Breakthrough with Jeff. This is the place where we live life with zero limits. We stretch the limits, expand our horizon so we can live a life of zero limits. We believe that the limits we have are limits we place there through our mindset, and it's something that can be changed. Now, today I'm blessed, more than blessed, to have Naneu in the show. So please introduce yourself, Coach Naneu, isn't it?
Yes.
Introduce yourself and tell us how you work with people and how we can connect with you, Coach.
Hello, my name is Coach Naneu. I am so blessed to be here. I am blessed to begin my journey with Jeff. It's such a blessing to be here. And I am also blessed to bring balance to people's lives and to
Yes,
help them see the magic that they have inside of them so
yes.
that they can break all the limits because all the limits are just in our minds.
Mm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome, Coach Naneo. And we just had the breakthrough event. By the way, if you're watching this and you missed the breakthrough forum, watch out for the next one. This is just season one of the breakthrough forum. And so it's going to get better and better as we go. How was your experience, Coach? You were there at the breakthrough forum. How was your experience?
Wow, that's all I can say. I felt like it was my rebirth.
Yes.
Um, for me, I turned 30 on that day.
Yes, and happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
30. Eh?
Yeah, 30. And
Yeah.
I think we should start saying that life begins at 30, actually,
Yeah.
not at 40. Yeah,
Just
and
has
it's
just started. Yes.
mine has just begun. And
Mm-hmm.
for the first time, I actually attended an event on my birthday that was pouring into me. And so
Yes.
for me, it was more than just a coaching session. It was like a spiritual symbol
Mm,
that it is my
mm,
rebirth. Yeah. And I was
wow.
blessed to be
A
there.
good
And
metaphor.
yeah, and one thing I told myself on that day is I need to begin, I need to have my immediate actions planned.
Yes. Yes.
And from that, when I came, like on the 23rd, after the 23rd, on 24th, I started writing my book. So that's how
Mm,
powerful it was.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
I'm blessed.
Congrats.
Thank you. I'm so blessed, and
Yeah.
I'm really really blessed to have attended that session, because
Mm,
sometimes as much as we know whatever we know, yeah,
mm,
sometimes we need
mm.
a reminder from someone who has more experience than we do, and that was you. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Thank
Sometimes
you so much.
sometimes we need a reminder, and that's why
Yes.
healers have been
Yes.
placed in this world.
Yes.
Educators have also been placed in this world because in
Yes.
the end, we need a whole community.
Mm,
And
mm,
even if
mm,
we know
mm.
what we do, sometimes we need that encouragement for someone to tell us that I have been there, I have done that, and you're on the
Yeah,
right path. And I feel
that's
like,
right. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like that
Mm,
day was a very big reminder of so many things that I had forgotten about myself. And also,
mm,
just remind me that I was the one that was creating the limits in my mind,
yeah.
and that I have
Yeah.
every resource that I need to live the life that I want. But my mind
Mm,
is constantly creating the limits, and it because
yes.
it's something that it's already used to. It's
Yeah.
already used to surviving, and surviving is
Yes.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that day
Yes.
reminded me that you have everything
Wow.
you need. It is
Within
already
you.
placed inside of
Yeah.
you. It is
Yes.
just for you to activate it.
That's
And thank you
true.
very much,
That's
Coach,
true.
for that reminder.
That's true. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for bringing that up. It's true. The mind always works with what is familiar.
Yeah.
And most of the time, what is familiar is where fear is. Because most
Yeah.
of the time, the mind will run to fear because of that need to feel safe.
Yeah.
The mind's job, primary job, is to keep us safe. And because of that, we are always running to the sense of lack of it, lack of safety.
Yeah.
And that's why we need healers. And you're one of them. Tell us about what you do and how you work with people to heal them, to heal their destiny, to heal their story. How do you work with people, Coach?
Well, I am an emotional healer.
Mm-hmm.
And my focus is
Yes.
on holistic wellness when it comes to emotions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how I got here, how I got to emotional healing is that
Mm-hmm.
when I started my journey towards healing myself,
Yeah.
I looked at every aspect of my life, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
the physical aspect was in order. The
Yeah.
mental aspect was in order, but I
Mm-hmm.
felt lacking. I was chronically empty.
Mm-hmm.
And I did
Mm-hmm.
not know what was that. I could not place a name to it. But
Yeah.
I felt there was a very big void in me.
Mm.
But I was not sick mentally, I was not sick physically. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, it was such a big problem to even identify what is wrong with me. And that is the question I
Mm.
asked myself. What is
Mm.
wrong with me?
Yeah.
Why am I
Yeah.
repeating these self-sabotaging habits? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
where I go
Mm-hmm.
from highs of highs to
Mm-hmm.
rock bottom low,
Mm-hmm.
and I could not explain why. It's something that was going on
Yes.
and on. And
Yes.
so one day I just sat down and said, I have to figure out what this is. And I asked
Mm.
God, like, I need your guidance.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's when I stumbled upon just a diagram of the body, the
Mm-hmm.
brain, and the soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I said,
Yeah.
in all this, I am lacking on the soul part. There's
Mm.
something that was lacking in my soul.
Mm.
And I
Mm.
did not know what that is at that time, but I said,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to do the soul work.
Yes.
And so the
Wow.
soul work led me to emotions,
Yes.
because this is
Yes.
our core. This is a part of us that was so neglected when we were children. I
Yes.
mean, I
Yes.
was just thinking about it, and we were taught how to eat. We went to school,
Yes.
we had PE and games, so we were taught how to
Yeah.
exercise,
Yeah.
to take a shower. We were taught
Yeah.
how to read and write, so our
Mm.
brains were catered
Mm.
for, but no one taught us how to feel and
Mm.
what to
Mm.
feel
Mm.
and what to do when we do not feel so well.
Yes.
We grew up
Yes.
in African homes where we were punished for feeling. Like if you cry,
Mm.
you are told, I'll give you a
Mm.
reason for you to cry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for that reason, we went away from our core, from who
Yeah.
we were, who we are.
Yeah.
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 And we went away from our core until we were adults, and now we have chronic feelings of emptiness
Mm.
and we are
Yeah.
stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
there was an imbalance in the in myself as a whole, because there was an imbalance on my mind and my body and also my soul.
Mhm.
There was a
Yes.
very big imbalance. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
identified that that is what was causing my chronic feelings of emptiness. And I started from there.
Mm.
And
Wow.
so when I started from there, I went through emotional healing, and I realized that I had suppressed so much emotions from since I was a child.
Mm.
I had
Mm.
repressed a lot of it. And for that
Yeah.
reason, I did not even know who I was.
Mm. Mm.
Who
Mm.
I
Mm.
was had been spelt by the world. The world had told me who I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had gone with
Wow.
whatever everyone else had told me I was. And it is funny because there's some people who described me as an introvert, and I went with that. And there are people
Yeah.
who described me as an extrovert, and I went with
Extrovert.
that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I was just going, I was just identifying with whatever everyone else was identifying.
Yes.
And I took some time to know myself.
Mm. Mm.
And that was not
Mm.
an easy journey, I must say,
No.
because
No,
unlearning
it's
your
not.
identity, unlearning
Yes.
what you have known for like the 27 years of my life was hard. I had to let go of identities one by one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is such a painful experience.
I totally get it. And, Coach, when you say painful,
Yeah.
I totally understand, because we don't want to let go of the identity that
Yeah.
we know. Because again, the mind wants to feel safe. And this transformation and emotional healing and soul work, first in the initial stages of that awareness, is going to be unfamiliar. And that is why it's challenging, because the mind, part of us is resisting it. Part of us is feeling this is new stuff. That's why it's so hard. And I can tell you, having gone through the same thing, emotions are a key part of our lives. We cannot run away from our emotional healing. We can't run away from finding that which works for us. Coach, can you hear me? Well, there you have it, Coach Naneu, talking about soul work, emotional healing, finding yourself, your true identity. Oh my God, this is the real work. When you work on yourself, when you invest in yourself, when you find yourself, like she has told us, it's not an easy journey. And because we are losing the identity that we've always known. You've always known yourself to be a certain way, and you're letting go of that so you can stand in your truth. And that involves letting go of emotions that don't serve you. It involves letting go of the stories, the beliefs, psychological perspectives that don't serve you, and rewriting your story, living a new life. That is what the coach is all about. And I'll be sharing her details down there so you can connect with Coach Naneu. I'll be sharing her social media links so you can connect with her. I want to know what you're getting from this conversation of finding yourself and where you are in your journey of accessing your breakthrough. How has it been? Has it been challenging? What are some of the challenges? Let me see on the comments section. How has your journey been? And if you're one of those people that feel you're not just here to heal yourself, but you're here also to help others. You're here to heal other people's stories too. And you like to do that from a professional perspective, not from a social perspective, then you can join Destiny Life Coaching. You can start your journey of transformation with Destiny Life Coaching today by calling that number on the screen, or 722-992-111. And we'll be guiding you through a course that helps to position you as a professional coach, a course that helps to elevate your coaching skills so you can have the confidence that is needed to become that coach that God has ordained for you. Thank you so much. I'm waiting to connect with you on the other side. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. We have other programs like the School of Life, which is my inner circle, where you connect with me, do some energy work, release all those limiting beliefs and stories that have attached themselves through trauma in our bodies, and so you can be free person. You can be the person that God ordained for you to be. This is the season. This is the time. The time to change our story is now. I mean, you must agree with me that if you know the cost of your story, what it has costed you, then you know you don't want to stay there longer. And the Bible says, count your costs, count the price you're paying. What is the price that you're paying with your story? Welcome back, Coach Naneu. Karibu, welcome back. So you are telling us this is challenging. And I was telling people it's never easy because there's always a payback from our false identity. Like the false identity, most of the time looks like we are benefiting from it. And the benefit is for us to remain the same and to remain small and to remain in the comfort zone. As usually, most of the time, the payback is comfort. But we don't count the cost and see what am I missing if I stay comfortable, if I stay with this old identity or old story. What am I missing? And thank God you had the boldness to pursue your healing and to find yourself, Coach. Karibu, welcome back. What else would you tell people in that process of finding and healing yourself?
That it is not easy,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yes,
it's doable.
but it's doable.
It's
Mm-hmm.
doable. I mean, here we are.
Yes, yes. This is the journey, but
Yeah.
it takes you. I believe it's a decision also. Like
Yes.
you got to make a decision,
Yeah.
and this is where most of us go wrong, especially when we are starting the new year, and we think we are making new decisions, but it's the same. It's a wish. A wish is not a decision. A
Sure.
decision is cut off all options. I am totally sold out of this. Whether it's challenging or not, because Coach, you said it's challenging, which is true. It's challenging because the old identity was serving us. It's like a divorce.
Yeah.
It's a divorce. You're letting go, and emotionally, it's not easy to go
Yeah.
through a divorce. Those
Yeah.
those of us who've gone through a divorce, they know it's not easy. And so you are divorcing your identity from yourself and getting married to your truth. And you got to define it. And that's why we have people like Coach Naneu who can assist us in that process.
And you know, this in this divorce, you grieve because you have to
Yes.
grieve. You grieve
Yes.
who you knew you were for a
Yeah.
very long time,
Yes.
and at least, and you're bare. You know, it is a point where you're totally bare because now
Yeah.
your old identity is fading away. Everything
Yeah.
you had tied your identity to, also at that time, most of the time, you lose it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's like
Yes.
a spiritual depression where you
Yeah.
have nothing. Yeah, it's just you,
Exactly.
and you have to
Exactly.
find yourself.
Yes. And Coach, understanding that is what made me create the programs for support. Because I know people who are going through spiritual transformation and this emotional work, they need support. We all need support. Because at
Yeah.
that moment, it's almost like everything that you knew really has to go.
Yes.
Everything that you knew was your support system has to go because the new version of you will not fit in that old wine skin. And when it goes and you are alone there, it becomes so tough. And that's why I
Yeah.
created the School of Life. That's why I created the Breakthrough Forum. And even the school, the Destiny Life Coaching course, is to have a like-minded association where your needs for connection, certainty, significance are being met within that group. And you can be supported to rebuild. Okay, so you can get all this support to rebuild your stuff. I can tell you, when I was doing coaching, because there were no coaches in Kenya, it was so lonely. It's a lonely world when you feel, oh, you are the only one. And I can tell you, when you find the right group of people, then it becomes easier. It becomes more easy for you to work and to start on your transformational journey. So if you're there and you're looking for a tribe, you're looking for a group of people that you can connect with that are like-minded, are on the path of transformation, please connect on the number on the screen. Call us and we will connect you with the right group that can help you